Wow, okay. Oh, yes, let's do the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cody,
Yes.
Gary,
Here.
Eric,
Here.
Online.
Ron.
Yeah.
Cindy,
Here. Has everybody had a chance to go over the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
What did you read the last meeting?
if he wasn't,
Hey, where was that Cody? Where he is. Oh, here it is. We need to have one change,
okay.
where the keys to the tree pit,
Mhm.
Steve, Rob, Crystal, the office, and a key on each ring for the trash trucks.
Okay.
So we need to add office and each truck to that. We can just table it until next time, or can we do it with the, have a second? Favor? Opposed? Moving on, do you have any changes or additions to the agenda? We want to old business. You all should have a copy of what I have put together. It took me forever to get these to balance. These numbers, like I say, are not actual what we are only gonna spend $500 here, but it gives us a starting place, and that's all Jola is asking for. It's just where to start. General fund, there is no money in general fund. $48,000 a year in general. And so it is really tight. That's without the tax money. So, because I didn't put any property tax as a revenue. But if we could get some of that, absolutely. And you never know, cemetery income might end up being way more than $500. You just never know what kind of year you're gonna have. So. I'm going to have, our code enforcement start with the dogs. I don't think that $1,500 in dog licensing is bad. I think that we should be able to do that. The franchise tax, we don't even get to keep that. It's been ordered to be paid to the fire department, so that washes. There's just not a lot of room in general at all. But it did finally balance. Sewer is a little bit better. It's not too bad.
So, did you include some?
No. But we'll see. So how much is his?
So, that's for part of the thing,
Okay,
but the point we're at, the whole town really.
so I can go back.
That's the sewers?
Yes.
Sewer cleaning.
It's a clean.
Clean. Okay, so I will work that in here. And I'm gonna work in 7,000. We'll start with the 7,000. I'm going to have to go back and drain the sewer. And I'm gonna have to go back and work in another 7,000 in expenses for the sewer clean out. So I think I know where I can pull it from. There's a few things here that like.
Is it 7,000 for the sewer clean out or is it 7,500?
75,
I'm thinking it's 7,500.
why don't I make it 8? I can work, it's easier to work in a flat number, so if I work in 8. Because I can see right here where I can pull some of that.
Work for me.
That's your, I intentionally left conservation trust blank. Because we are not collecting anything and we are not spending anything out of it. And I don't have the rest of it. Everybody else, what do you have anything else to it?
Here's another one. This is all that you got.
It should be Golden Bridge. Okay, so there's general fund, conservation trust. We need all of this. Let me take kind of here, I'll look at this here. Okay, so there's road, bridge, water. And then. The trash. Okay, so. Newer, I will fix, she's gonna make copies of the rest of it. I intentionally left road and bridge blank too. Because we need to do some.
I hope that it all. But in the meantime. yeah, but- well, but- you do, so that you can get some. Because they're all doing. it. So. Five, cloud body projects. So. Well, at least now Main Street,
Leave that. They say that again, Val.
body rock. I got one from Main Street. Put it in just the longest over here, so those two women with about 5 years. So the right, I do not know, I haven't even looked. Those things keep it for. But.
So I'm making a note for Rob to talk to you about buying those. And what we need to do with those. So, because anything we need to do with an employee, we'll put on it.
That's the,
What they need to do.
that's what she's saying.
Okay,
The rest of the budget she's gonna be talking about.
okay, so back to the budget. Road and bridge has been left. He's like, oh. Okay, so road and bridge has been left blank. I left it blank. When we get to the water fund, actually, our water fund was very easy to do. It balanced the first time through. I got everything. I got both of the loans in there. I got the $1,500 in well expenses. That's just for little things that come along. I got a workman's comp insurance in there. I even have $5,000 in legal fees. Yeah, you. But, it was very,
It's a little excessive.
well, you know, yeah, I was gonna say. But it balanced right away. So I think we should, if it balances, I think we should leave it alone. Crash was the absolute easiest to do. Because there is money there. We just manage it. I actually have a little bit of extra that I can move. And like I say, we can move these numbers. We can move them back and forth. They're not set in stone, you know, we can move them all year long if we want. As long as we don't go crazy with them. There was actually $59,000 in extra money in trash. Yeah,
Unfortunately.
there won't be anything there.
Last year. Somewhere both
Mhm.
everywhere you go. Pitch is a ginger.
And see, I put $350,000 in salaries and wages. And it's, after doing all those W-2 Saturday, I'm sure that's close. All of their numbers are huge. I have 45,000 in dump fees. That kind of shook me a little bit.
So I had none of those, to see exactly what we spent last year, but
I think it's pretty close.
pretty close to that.
I only put $28,000 in fuel. I think that's a little low. But we can always pull from this 59, this is extra.
I actually just today talked to Steve about that. And I think in 2024, it was like 24,000 that we brought in from fuel surcharge.
Yeah.
So
So I put 30 as our income and 28 as our expense. So I think I need to bump our expense up at least 5,000.
Yeah, at least. Fuel thing?
Yeah. We use a lot of gas. And I put 20,000 for repairs. Nope.
You got the truck right, you know,
Yeah.
that was, yeah. Probably will have to have 30. So, like that.
But-
So
I say in
they
order,
have Allison transmission, I think, I don't know, but I think we're old. I will look into it because all of them are Allison, and it might be possible. But, this is why we got rid of that. And
so what I'm gonna ask you guys to do is take this home and look at it. And before the end of the weekend, I'll talk with each one of you and see if you have any major changes. Anything that I completely missed is, you know, I'm the whole other world for me, so I might have completely missed something. You know, if you can think of anything we need to add, especially like, I think I got all the loans. I put our truck loans in there, everything should be in there, everything that I know of. I did not. And I will tell you why, I did not add any of the things that we are having to repay back. Because those should not be in your budget. Because this is our budget to spend, even though we have to pay those back. I talked with Mark a little bit, the guy at CPA, He said he would not put them in the budget because that is a repayment. It's not a loan, it's not anything you plan for, it's something you will never have again, but you still have to pay it. He said he would not pay it, but you know. If you guys think we need to put it in, but we don't even know how much we owe the IRS yet. They still haven't called. No, they still haven't sent us anything. But if you guys will look at this, and like I say, before the end of the weekend, I'll call each one of you and talk with you. And we'll see what you think, what we're doing. So, and if you have a copy of this too,
Yes,
kind of look at it and see what you think.
okay.
So that is my budget, unless you guys have something you'd like to add to it. Okay. So moving on to the next thing, which is new business, they're the first reading of the municipal code book. Maybe I'll explain. Okay. I think this is what I need to. I just want to make sure I'm not reading something. I didn't. And just read this whereas, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we are going to do, this is the first reading of the new municipal code book. It is not a completely new. We took all of the old ordinances, went over each one of them and revamped them so that it's up to date. Everything is where it should be. We aren't going by some law from 1904 that we shouldn't be. That everything is where it should be. So this is the first reading, and it's ordinance number 2024-101. An ordinance amending and adopting the Sugar City Municipal Code. Whereas the Board of Trustees of the Town of Sugar City, Colorado wants to update the municipal code to be electronically accessible and readily available. And whereas the Board of Trustees wants to be transparent in its actions. And whereas the Board of Trustees desires to create a working set of codes for the betterment of the citizens. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Trustees of the Town of Sugar City, Colorado. And the municipal code is Title I is the general provisions, which is code adoption, general provisions, general penalties, and useful public service. Administration and personnel, which is the mayor, board of trustees, town clerk, town treasurer, town attorney, police department, if we were to have one, municipal code of record, planning commission, personnel. And the employee handbook as revised and adopted on June 3rd, 2015. Yeah, because we didn't do anything, right? We just left it, okay. Rules of procedure, salaries, social security, cemetery, emergency protection, municipal elections, unclaimed property, safety committee, water activity enterprise, sewer activity enterprise, trash activity enterprise, cemetery committee, library committee, and parks and recreation committee. Revenue and finance, sales tax, fine surcharge and use tax. Number 4 is reserved. Title 5 is business licenses and regulations. Telephone companies, optional premises license, business licenses, transient deals and solicitors. Title 6, animals. Animals generally, vicious dogs, animals at large, fowl and cattle, hens and rabbits, cruelty to animals, miscellaneous regulations, and dangerous dogs. Number 7 is reserved. Number 8, health and safety, nuisances, noise, weed control, fireworks, abandonment, open fires, and burning. Title 9 is public peace, morals, and welfare. General provisions, offenses by or against public officials, offenses against the person, offenses against public morals, offenses against public peace, offenses against property, consumer protection reserved, offenses against minors, weapons, and marijuana. Title 10, vehicles and traffic, model traffic code adoption, trains and railway crossings, automobile insurance, Use of motorized golf carts, off-highway vehicles, and recreational vehicles. Title 11 is reserved. Title 12, streets, sidewalks, and public places, parks, curbs and gutters, signs, and trees. Title 13 is public service, restrictions, water, sewer system, private parks, private water mains, cross connection, and backflow. Title 14 is reserved. Title 15 is building and construction, adopted codes, dangerous buildings, modular and manufactured homes, and flood damage prevention. Title 16 is subdivisions, and all it is definitions. Title 17 is zoning with definitions and designations. Title 18 is mobile home parks. And Sugar City Municipal Code is revised and adopted against today. Title 1, and then it goes through it all again. And that is all. Copies of all of the ordinances, if you would like to see them, are in the office. And you can come in anytime when Vicki and Kayla are there and see them. And we're going to put them on the website. And we are going to put a copy at the cafe. I know. So they'll be at the cafe here and on the website. So. Okay, perfect. Next is the removal hearing for Scott Knoll, who was a trustee. Yes, Scott is not present. He has made it very clear that he does not want to be on the board anymore. But he refused to come to his hearing. Yeah. Up to about 9. He's missed about 9 meetings. And he's missed several workshops. And several other meetings and various other things. It's for a vote to remove him and create a vacancy on the board. Eric? Said aye. I can see his head moving.
I do roll call, but
Yeah, it's unanimous, so. And I don't want to make him do something he doesn't want to do. So. Okay, the next thing we have, it's also on our talk about, is closing the office at lunch. Would you like to think you're going to talk?
Yeah,
I don't want to make you talk, it's gonna make you
right.
hurt.
We're just struggling to get things done with interruptions. So we wanted to see if we could close the office at lunch. That way we could get things done. I think Gary has a wrong.
yeah, I was good the whole day.
Well, we can go ahead and go into what happened. Saturday, I came to help him with W-2s. Gary was here. Their computer system is a disaster. It's a nightmare. It took us all day. We had to hand do the W-2s. I was writing them out. Kayla and Vicki were typing them in to make them look professional because we didn't want to send something out that's handwritten. She can't read my handwriting. And once we got them done, and I thought we were finished, I found a mistake. And it's a good thing that Kayla was smart enough to save all of them because all she had to do was go back and reprint them because otherwise we would have had to have redone all of them.
I saved them all separately.
And yeah, she saved every
And
one
she
of them
did too. I
separately.
made sure that they were saved separately.
You did a good job. Thank you so much. But we have got to get a new system. Excel is not working for us. It was a pain. Gary saw, I almost cried. Gary was gonna have to tend to be crying. And Gary almost cried because it's horrible. It is a horrible system. I don't know how they've made it this far without any help. We have got to get rid of that.
Or training.
And if we get. We're leaning towards QuickBooks, or I think we are, right, Vic? Kind of,
I'm thinking for like,
well, that's for our book,
yes. And then I did print these out, I gave them to a few of you that were here at the budget meeting. We have Redline, which again, I totally forgot to reach out and I can do that tomorrow. To find out if they added any more space for line items. Because that was the one, really, I think that's all that was the issue, you know what I mean with them. And then we have Waterwork, I did check out, and then G-Works,
okay,
so.
and they're all three very good. Redline's only problem is they didn't have enough lines for everything that we charged for. But if they've added those lines, I think he's already worked in, have you ever worked in Redline?
Yeah, she did.
So, but the problem is gonna be is all of that has to be transferred over. I have no problem coming in at night and on Friday afternoon, but like Vicky said, they are, when I come in here, it is a nightmare. People are in now, who want to talk, we get nothing done when I'm here on Friday afternoons. So I think that closing the office on Friday afternoon is a good deal. And, yeah, and once we get started, well, you're not kidding.
I was gonna know them before we are closed. We have got to get all of our books caught up.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, the people will understand.
That we are changing.
We have to do something. The way it is, we are not catching up at all. We're getting close.
I will tell you that Saturday night I slept better than I've slept in a long time because I was exhausted from being there. Oh, I cried that much. Yes, I did. It was horrible. So, but
Another part of that is we have to start getting our meetings posted online where they can be viewed by the people.
we need to update our website and we designated
Kayla
you.
could probably do
And she's gonna have to show me because I've never,
Well,
Really
with
don't
that,
like
we're
that.
going to have to upgrade our website because
It's mandated by the state.
yeah, it's like bare minimum.
it.
We
It is.
can't upload more than 15 files on a certain section. It's terrible.
But in the meantime, we can make a YouTube channel and, you know, post each one of those to
And Vicky
that
said that
YouTube.
we could post our meetings on,
If they, I can post them, I think. But I know if somebody would request like to see the meeting, I can give them a code. So then they go in that email, bring that up, put in the code that's sent to them from Zoom, and then they can view the entire meeting.
would we rather do that than this thing? Cause I don't want it,
I mean,
it's harder than it should be.
YouTube might just be better because it's permanent. And if it's not permanent, there's gonna be complaints, so I think YouTube will probably just be the better route. I will talk to Grayson because he knows how YouTube works and I will have him kind of go over, because he's had a channel before, so, and I'll see what I can do.
Can he connect, like, so put it on our website, like. 25.
It's
like a
25, and you just
hyperlink.
Click on it and it goes
Yeah,
right to YouTube.
As long as the website has the capability,
Capabilities.
I would assume.
And we might have to upgrade. I mean, and I can get that information. I'm not sure
Okay,
exactly, but they did the bare minimum when we set up the website. So it's, you know, I had to,
Yeah.
you know,
was it
condense the
Civic
files. and
Plus?
stuff. What?
Was it Civic Plus? Why is-
Civic Plus, we were looking into,
No,
it's
isn't it
just
GoDaddy?
GoDaddy.
Yeah,
Oh. Because I know we have to be ADA compliant,
And I don't know that they,
and all that means is we have to have our number on the bottom. If you cannot read, you need to call this number, which if you can't read, how are you gonna call the number? But
You should.
because it has to
Well,
be,
that's
It'll be a click.
a click.
it has to be like something that it'll
Yeah,
text.
so that they
or, yeah,
know.
text to speed.
Mhm.
oh, well, we do have text.gov on there, a link. So we could see if we can add that and then put in if you,
If you need help,
yeah,
to
then,
text.
yeah, and then they can just hit that and they should be able to
Okay,
text us, I think. If not, we'll figure it out.
okay. But Gary and I were talking, you know, Kayla needs time to do this without being interrupted. You know, and it's just, I just could not get over Saturday. I'm sorry, I just cannot get over what they went through. trying to get those W-2s to run. It's ridiculous. And then you've got people that used to work here that are mad because they didn't get their W-2s on Friday. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get them, but it's not that we weren't trying.
Why don't we do this with the rules?
Yeah.
However. it works.
So I think that if we are going to close on Friday, or half day or the whole day?
I suggest the whole day, but, that's the.
It's not only with the website, that comes with, Common Look as well. And that's something I'm probably gonna have to do as well.
Yeah, and Commonwealth should get us 80,
Common Look,
or Commonwealth. It should get us, 88 compliant, yeah.
yeah, it's just getting everything
It's getting all.
uploaded and run through the program. And then going through everything, all the other steps. I know there's training available, it's just,
I think it's
Getting
trying
Yeah,
But let's start
post it tomorrow. Needs that.
Yeah.
Deal with that for further notice.
And so at lunch, what do we want to do at lunch? I mean, I don't care one way or another. I mean, it's up to the girls. Yes. It's up to you guys. As long as the Friday thing, that's.
I mean, I'd be all right with us staying open and lunch before closing to compensate for the fact that we closed early.
That's what we do.
That's what I was thinking about, so, I mean, it's
Yeah,
up
because
to
then
her
it'll
as
be,
well.
like, the Friday will be all day that we're not interrupted, an hour. I mean, yeah, we can get a lot done in an hour, but that whole day, I agree.
So we'll just stay open from 8 to 4.
Or,
So you're open that full 8 hours, Monday through Thursday, and then close on Friday. Yeah. Okay. We need to go that way.
Oh, wait.
Make a motion just to go ahead and make it. Okay, have a motion, we carry a second. Okay. All in favor? Yep. So now we need to talk about that, our, what we're going to do about our billing system. I'm not as worried about the billing as I am the books. Because that is our lifeline right there. So.
What
we
do you
need
mean
to
billing,
just-
like billing sent
Like,
to the
like all of
customers
our bill,
or to the?
the billing part of
Vendor.
it stays the south for a little bit, so it figures out each one they do like better. But like our books, like our payroll, I know that she struggles with paying every week. I've seen the struggle with payroll. And it should be literally a half an hour, and she should be done with payroll. I mean, there's no reason for her to have to struggle like this.
I mean, we've
Quick
gotten
look.
it down to like half a day, but
sometimes I can get it done in 2 hours, but if I get interrupted,
Yeah,
it's just I have to figure out where I left off, make sure that I don't.
and
Redo
closing
something.
periods and not closing periods and all of that, you have to do all that.
Why couldn't we just do QuickBooks with the payroll? as well?
I
Is there like a bundle deal you can get for both of them and payroll?
It is, yeah.
I would just do
It's all
payroll.
together.
Payroll's so easy with QuickBooks. You do it all yourself. It's easy.
what was it you got certified in?
Oh, I did, I found my certification for QuickBooks.
Okay,
I
see,
forgot I did it.
Also, you already,
He knows the program
You're
already,
already
just
there.
not the new updates, but that's easy.
I say we go for it. Like, get rid of all the stuff that's giving us a headache, basically. Making it hard on everybody.
so we'll leave the billing in itself for right now. If you can call tomorrow, I'll text you the number to QuickBooks. I have Steve from India. I have his number.
Yeah,
I
that
like
chat-
Steve from India. And Steve from India has been my guy since I started. So like for the last 8 years, me and Steve from India have been good friends. So I love that guy. So yeah, go ahead and get it set up. We need all of the bookkeeping part and the payroll. Do I need to make you a sheet? I don't
No,
need to.
I'm writing it down.
And as soon as we get that installed, because we have our new server, and that's another thing I want Vicky to talk about is Josh. Triad. We can go ahead and get it installed and get it on there and start moving all, and I'll come in and help you, and we'll start moving all of our books and our toys and everything over. It won't take that long if I just have the information, but it's getting it out of Excel.
Yeah, I know. That's
Because it's
scary.
it's kind of like your grandma, it doesn't want to give up on any of its money, it wants to keep it all. It doesn't want to give any information out.
Going down.
Oh, well,
Before where I can.
okay, I'm sorry.
I have the reports and stuff from each pay period, and it hasn't been that many.
Yeah,
So-
because I'll move all of your payroll for you too, so that you have a beginning January first. I'll
Okay,
move all your payroll in there. Okay, great.
Whatever I can do, I'm willing.
Okay.
Donate some time, whatever we gotta do.
Okay.
I can copy and paste the best.
Well, it'll be on a paper, I have to type it in. So hopefully Excel gives it up.
It's just getting it to print.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And not it being like, you know.
And you
700
guys are gonna be
pages.
so shocked at how much paper you're gonna save. We had so much paper Saturday, I didn't even know where to even start. It was ridiculous. So that's our new sock. So I can help you tomorrow, whatever you number, whatever. Okay, and we'll get it started.
okay.
Um, do we want to do our talk about right now, or do we want Vicky to go ahead with her stuff? Sorry, Eric, I didn't give you one of these. Let me send you a picture of it.
Say that again. I didn't quite catch that.
Our stuff we need to talk about, I'm gonna send you a quick picture of it. Hold on, coming away. Okay, it should have it on your phone. Can you read it?
I ain't got it yet.
Oh, it's trying to send, hold on. Oops. You know. Okay, do you have it now?
Nope. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can read it. Okay, I'm going over it.
Okay. Right. So the first thing on there is our truck is at Rush. So Gary, you know what's going on?
Yeah, we just heard from DVS from has to clean what gone this year.
Who's been driving that truck? Or has it
Anybody
been
who
every-
has been, that's what I asked Steve. He said anybody.
I knew somebody.
Whoever,
Yeah,
whatever CDL driver we had on at the time, drove it.
it's a big
Switched
truck,
up
huh?
trucks and stuff.
The big truck. They give you any idea how much?
I told him to get a quote from them, but I not heard back.
Yeah.
Not from Lee. I will.
Okay.
How long is that transmission? Right back. It's 19, so 5 years old. How many miles on? They like it in order to back.
You gonna get like a first one?
19. But that model. So you thought they're rebuilt? Probably.
And then you do it there as much.
Yeah. We just don't know much. But we should know tomorrow probably. We can get back and see.
So how far behind are we? Are we behind at all?
Actually, not behind.
I was
No.
gonna say, I don't think we're behind because I saw the truck this morning.
Yeah, no,
That truck been on the road. So, every mile costs us a lot more. We haven't go keep it up. No, but, the time's gonna come soon where something tears up on 7. And then.
I mean, the beginning of the week is not.
That's that. It's wondered if something was up. False cable on truck 7 and 10 has a place over. That's kind of, that's normal wear and stuff, but 7 was, probably more than it should be. Got some kind of internal problem, and you still seem pretty strong, that it's not long.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the beginning of the week isn't so bad because the routes are like 2 pages long, week 3, but Thursday routes, they're like 6 pages. So
So tomorrow's gonna be.
We put that.
maybe,
Yes. At least in the diesel fuel itself, yeah. That's all you can do. That's about all you can do. It's just old and more.
Well, we're hearing from us.
It's a cheaper and.
This thing is fire hydrants. Eric, did Brandon ever get back to you with what fire hydrants need to be replaced?
No, he hasn't yet. I'm still waiting.
And
There's one over there by,
Jones.
like, one of these don't need replaced, and I have one over there by the feeding.
Mm-hmm.
I know those two, sure.
I'd like to set up a day to go through and exercise and flush all of them and inspect them. They're due for it. And
Well, Mike and Janet used to do it every Labor Day, and since they have retired, it has not been done. And it needs to be done. So do you want, I will leave it up to you and Eric to get.
Probably. We might need to go ahead and mineral oil for the tide, because I'm sure they have.
Oh, yeah, and Jason said they would hard to get over the other one. Said he struggled,
That's why.
Yeah.
So we need to just set up a day, it'll take all day. Plus all of them.
Yeah, and also too, when they exercise the hydrants, they need to exercise the valves going to the hydrant as well.
Eric knows what needs to be done. Okay, Cody's gonna hold of Brandon and set it up with you guys to go through and flush and to do what you need to do. You're gonna go ahead and order the mineral oil, because I know they don't have it.
Yeah, sure they don't, but I'll find some.
And since one of the hydrants is in our neighborhood, please do it.
They all need done. Well, past.
Okay.
They should have some, food grade mineral oil there at the fire hall for the hydrants themselves.
I've never seen, that doesn't really stop here. Well,
We'll look at it.
we'll look.
So,
They're all-
How much do you need?
I don't need, probably several gallons. Guessing how long it's been. Probably
Jason said
2
that
or
was
3
rough.
gallons. That's a total.
It'll be good too.
Saturday. Not this- Right, the next thing on our talk about sheet is our streets. We have got to do something with our street. And I'm sorry that Rob's not here. Because we have asked, we have begged. Something has to be done. I mean,
Came over the other day and worked on it a whole lot here myself.
what we say, Karina hit. Above out here.
Right here. in front of the
Yeah, block, and almost
That one's, you can't even see it until you're on it.
on it. Marissa hit one over by Betty's house the other day and my balancer fell off her car. Eric had to fix it. You know, we have got to do something and people are starting to call me every day and complain. So I am going to do this directed to Rob to get started on it.
I see the, profiles on that, got here, is it?
It's
It is functional. It has one cylinder that's leaking a little bit. Needs an O-ring kit, but put it where it needs to be, unplug the hose.
Like, temporarily.
What do we have it all day?
Good, but the whole works just good.
But you can still use the truck.
Still used it to haul it over,
And-
absolutely.
Okay.
I looked at the tailgate just yesterday. It doesn't look like it's gonna be too hard to get back on working. So.
So that's all we need to get started at least.
And what's?
We have a little bit down there, but not enough.
Because he
really
said
to
that
do much.
Seth said they have some that we can have.
Yes, and they got a big pile.
And he said that, well, Rob told me, because when I asked him about the streets, he said that that big pile is basically for Sugar City, that they have theirs on Lane 24.
So we got it here, just need to get it on the streets.
Yeah,
And if
because,
anything, I know Boomer, he has a bunch of road base too that he needs.
okay,
If-
we're gonna
if they
steal
don't-
road base from you guys. So you know. Yes, it's good with me. Okay. Yeah, I put on here for Rob to start on the streets, filling the potholes.
That's California, because she went to drive her BMW down there, and I was like, stop, because there's like a 2-foot pothole across the entire road.
So we need to start on it.
I,
This week, you could do it. I would do it as soon as you can, because the storm with it, they would maybe.
I said Saturday, so
It would help you.
I started in Main Street with what road milling we had left, but.
Worst streets.
yes,
They're all-
Yes.
Some of it.
They're all.
I think Iowa's like, as. it's
Iowa's
good.
like the top,
Iowa.
and then there's
yeah,
a few
it's
that
probably
follow.
one. And then,
So I put,
What's the cross street in front of Jones?
Then,
That one's getting pretty bad right there too.
What do you be on that side of town anyway?
so I,
Start there, that's where we're.
and we've got to do it
you,
because
then you gotta go up there.
some people. So mine's, I wish mine was dirt, it must be fixed it. So I put, start on streets, filling potholes sooner better than later.
ASAP.
I know Crystal will be out tomorrow.
Crystal will be out.
And she's sick.
Yeah.
There's something going around.
Yeah, there it is.
Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
As long as everybody knows, that needs to know. That little S10, did we decide at the last meeting we want to go ahead and put it out for bid?
Yeah, yes, we did.
So. Okay. If you give this to me, Vicky, I'll put notice in the paper
Okay.
for sealed bids. On the S10.
Is it sight unseen, and you can look at it?
They can come and look at it during business hours. Somebody is not busy. Oh, yeah.
Did you want to just put in the one paper or the?
Let's put it in, or going to put a sign on the door. We need to put it in the record report. Because,
I'll put it on Facebook.
oh, we'll put it on Facebook. So, and let's get the bids back by. If she calls today, in next week's paper, we have to go. So by the 29th. Because the next week is still sealed bids. Due by February 29th. 25 close of business. Okay. Stare that. The next thing is the metal of the lagoon. What do you want
So the metal of the lagoon, we built up the dumpster, built it up, they smashed it down, built it up a little bit more, we got $190. That's not worth Rob's time, the backhoe gas. So I said if we could find somebody that can come and just take it. Get rid of it.
Actually, Rob did talk to one of our residents.
Yeah.
I think his first name's Jeff.
Yeah, he does it.
Yeah, he's been working on that. From my understanding, he's gonna remove it all.
So I was gonna say, it's not worth the Denicio's dumpster and our paper. And you guys still don't?
as long as it's gone, I don't care who takes it. It just looks horrible down there.
There.
I feel like I want to go on the moon. I have to go.
Yeah, I need to.
So,
Yeah, he said it's.
If we get somebody to come and take the metal from down there, are we
Yeah,
gonna give
that's-
them a time frame to do it? Or are they, are they gonna be able to do it over their next lifetime or what?
He has a pretty decent flatbed. I'm not how many loads he could take a day or what his main job is either, so. But another thing is we need to have someone keeping an eye on him down there because if he gets hurt on us, the liability as well.
His name's Jeff.
Give him a time frame or just?
I think we should, but let's ask him if he can have it done in the next 2 weeks. Is that enough time? There's a lot. Or by the end of the month?
what kind of flatbed you got? Like the
Maybe, yeah, maybe a 20-footer, maybe 24, maybe.
4 or 5 loads.
He might have other trailers, but I know someone said he owns the damn business.
By February 29th.
Yeah.
Okay, they did that for now. Like I say, I don't care, I just want it gone, it looks terrible. It looks horrible. The next thing is, Opie Oakley is the, board that reigns over the dump in Ontario County. I think we gotta start sending Steven every once in a great while just to go see what's going on. It's the third Monday of every month at 9 o'clock at the courthouse. I wrote him when it is, if you can go, if you can get away. I would like for him to drop in once in a while, just to kind of tell him that we haven't forgotten, that we still are there. Our next thing is our CPA. I talked to Mark. He said there is not enough stuff in those boxes to even come close to making up a year of our bookkeeping. He said he has done everything in his power. He said he's worked on it. He gave me a couple of suggestions. I'm gonna call Social Security. I called him this morning. I was on hold for 3 hours and still didn't get to talk to anybody. So I'm gonna try again tomorrow. I just put him on hold and just work. I call him on my cell phone and just set it down and work. You're on hold forever. To try to get our W-2s so that we can start getting our stuff straight. The lady from the state of Colorado, I have an email out to her because she wanted to start payments the 1st of February. She can't start until she has the W-2s, and we don't have them. So, and she needs W-2s from 19, 20, 21, and 22. And we just don't have them. They're not here. And they, huh?
Good luck.
Yeah, well, they probably are in there somewhere. Probably have those. But, yeah, she wants those, and, I don't know what to do. If Social Security doesn't have them, if they don't have a transcript of them, I don't know what we're gonna do. My guess, we'll guess at it. But, I talked to Mark for quite a bit, and he said, this is a disaster. He said, I don't know how you guys are even functioning. And I said, very slowly. So, but he said, just keep at it, you're gonna be fine. He said, if you can straighten things out from this point forward, it'll be better. He said, it'll be fine, so. I mean, he had lots of encouraging things to say, but he also had a lot of discouraging things that he had to tell me still. Our streetlights, have we done anything with streetlights? Has John B. Hill called you back?
Yeah, he actually did, and he's gonna look in to see how much it would cost to put the LED lights in, possibly solar. He said there are like programs that will pay for so much of it,
Okay,
and then we would have to pay for the rest. He said it's gonna take him a little while to gather that information, a few weeks. And then to complete a project like that, it would take like a couple months.
okay.
But he will get back to me as soon as he has that information.
When you talk to him again, ask him how much it costs to put, like, if I could put one in on my property. Like. If we
Oh,
wanted
okay,
to
like
put it in,
individually. Okay.
how much that, because I would be willing to put one in on my property and pay for it so we could have one light, because our corner's kind of dark. So.
Well, can I say something?
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
On the streetlight thing. Why can't the power company turn around and replace the ones that are messed up right now that aren't working correctly with the LEDs? Like they've done in the past with a few of them that weren't working. They just went in and replaced them. I think that it's not right that they turn around, well, we'll figure out a price to turn around and charge you to replace these. When they're not our lights, they belong to the power company. We're just paying for the use of them.
So it's to my understanding, there are lights. And that, I mean, if we want to replace them, they'll replace them as they go. But we have to
We're
pay
not
for
allowed to
those.
touch their pole.
And they can't put LEDs in the.
The pictures in the back.
Yeah, they
So
said
they have to replace them.
when the guy came out to replace the one over there on the far corner by Peanut's house, he said that most of these got hit so hard with hail damage that he put a hole right through them. And they can't put LEDs, they have to replace the whole picture.
Well, they turn around and I had a privacy light here at my house the whole time I've been on this corner. When I first got it put in, they made me sign a contract for 2 years. I paid on the average $10 a month for the light. Here, not too long back, I had them come in and replace the light and put an LED in. Didn't cost me a thing. My cost on my light went down from $10 to $6.
LEDs they are cheaper.
So,
They don't do report.
It's just the more that we have that are out and they're gonna replace, it's gonna be the labor that's gonna cost.
And if we do want the LEDs, if some are not compatible, then that's also the price of replacing the fixture to make it compatible.
Yeah, the guy also said that these lights that we have, they don't have at all. So they can't even come in, if you want that same picture, then it's LED or nothing.
but maybe I can go around and do what Peanut was supposed to do,
Well, there's
figure out which one.
44.
There's 44 lights,
I have a list on my desk too,
of the ones that aren't working.
their numbers and everything here.
I think they replaced 3 since we've been in.
Well, let's see what he comes up with. And let's negotiate with him.
Okay.
Because obviously you can negotiate with these people. Well, some people can negotiate with these people, probably not us. But we'll see what he comes up with. But let's stay on it. Because I think we're paying way too much for our streetlights. We're paying way too much, and then there's our streetlights. So,
Well, what happened to the deal that a previous council member had made with the power company on the streetlights?
that's what I said. It looks like to me that anybody can negotiate with them, whether it goes through or not. The whole different story.
Yeah,
I was there when Peanut was talking to the guy and the guy said that he would come and replace them as he can. I don't know what happened to the guy. I don't know what happened to that whole situation, but mine on my street, right there by Mary Young's and in between my house is done. That doesn't light up at all.
Okay.
well, like lights like that, them would be the ones that I would be more concerned about, you know,
They should-
replacing. Now, like the one over there by Betty Brew's house, that never shuts off.
Stays on
You
all
know,
day.
It's on all the time, 24/7. There's 2 or 3 of them in down that way. You know, it, if they only knew that them lights was running 24/7, they'd be wanting to charge us more money for that light.
Yeah, they would.
They probably know it's running, we're just paying for it.
Yeah, they're just letting us pay for it.
But yet they want everybody to conserve on their power. And, you know, they need to practice what they're preaching.
So he should probably get back to you, I would think, within the next week or two. So
Hopefully, yeah.
let's see what he says, and then we'll, if we can negotiate with him like they did.
You guys should also put in the negotiation that you want obviously, if you're gonna pay for lights and all that, so you have contract, like Eric was saying, that
And
in
if they come and replace them.
every year you come out and check them, every whatever, you know, if they need to be replaced, it's at a standard price, or something like that, in writing, so they can't go back and be like, obviously, at some point it fell off and nobody was concerned about the streetlights, and so that's why there's nothing in place already.
Well, that guy told me he's the only guy that they have that does the lights in the valley. With him, I can tell.
You're kidding.
That's all he does all day, place lights in the valley.
Oh, he doesn't come here. I just can't believe we don't have contact with him. Anybody else, if you've got that kind of fixture that can be broken at any time, there's usually a contract that says if there's so much damage, we'll pay for it, if so much damage. Did you know that there's people that shoot out streetlights? You know,
Get
they,
nobody out here.
I know, I'm just saying, but I know that's what happened to a couple of them on that side of town, so. But let's see what he says. And then we'll fight him from there, so. The next thing is Rob's cell phone bill being paid.
Yep, it gets paid the first week, in the month with the.
7:30.
I'm not, why don't we just put it on his paycheck? Would it be harder and we pay for it?
That's easy, you have to break it all out, W2.
Oh,
And trust me.
goodness.
I'm W2 to do.
Okay, so
Yeah, if we just pay him as a vendor, we don't have to do nothing. And it helps his taxes. The work order system, Gary, you talked to Mr. today?
I did not, I just went over the report, but that's one of the things that we
Oh,
missed. Y'all should have a copy.
Yeah, it's in my report.
Okay, then we'll come back to that. And then the training is also in your, that's all I
Yeah,
have
it's all
on
in
it.
there.
Hey, Vicky, you're up.
We got some inquiry about metal refinery. I don't know of any refinery here in Sugar City, so that's why I brought it to you, because I can't reply to him. He says a number of years ago, he heard that they constructed one in Sugar City. I know nothing about that.
Not in this one.
And you on, or,
Yeah, I can write it back and say that we don't know of anything, but I thought maybe I just didn't know.
I don't know anything.
The next thing is SGS. There's some kind of agreement. It's expands testing capabilities with RTI laboratories.
Oh, it's for PFAS.
Yeah, so I didn't really. I'm not sure about that, but I think you guys can take over it.
I don't think we don't have to test for the PFAS.
But we do have to. test.
Well, we have to test for it, but. we don't
We
have-
have already been through it, we'll be quarterly schedule for PFAS tests.
Okay.
They can. Right.
They send somebody to do it?
They did this time, normally you can see. Until. That.
Send it.
This time, this is somebody.
Okay.
Okay, the next thing is the CML State House report. This is just telling you that they are trying to enact the SMART Act, which is meant for accountable, responsive, and transparent government. There is a annual legislative workshop February 20th. It doesn't look like this is going to be offered online. You would have to go to Denver, but I would want you guys to see that. The next one, it says January 15th, local government resources called update. They just have some articles for DOLA updates and stuff. It looks like they have something going on March 19th at 11 a.m. I'm not sure where that is located, but if anybody would be interested. It doesn't say if it's online either, so I'm not really sure about that. But if anybody's interested, there is,
The Main Street program is a loan program to update electric street lights. So that's what it is.
Hmm.
It's a loan program. Don't need any more bills. On this HUTF thing, all you need to do is we need to log in and I need to show you what to do.
okay,
So I'll show you what to do.
okay,
Just hang on to this so that we have it. Don't let me forget.
okay.
HUTF is highway user, something, yeah. And we get paid for every quarter mile of street. But we're not collecting it because we're out of town. No, but we still have to do the reports. And we have to do, that's why it's so important we get our budget done in the next couple of weeks. Because we can't do anything with that report until we have our budget done.
All right, the next one is a webinar Wednesday. It was January 29th for the SIPA and customer survey. I know they said that they were going to be recording it, so if anybody wanted to see it, I can request that so people can. It's for like grant writing, and then like SIPA survey.
When we get up and running and get our audits and stuff, SIPA is a great resource.
Yeah,
It's for littler things like new computers for the office. I mean, not huge $5 million projects, but like littler things, they're a good resource to have.
I know we did get the grant from them, for the website for becoming a ADA client.
Yeah.
Common law.
Yeah, so, they did pay for that for us, and I think we're still working with them.
Okay.
USDA Rural Business Development Grant. I just kind of gave this because again, it was January 28th, but if anybody wants like a copy of that webinar, we can request it.
Do USA grant, you're on your own. I already told Cody my problems with USDA grants. They're horrible.
Okay, the next one is Civic Plus. This is how clerks drive transparency in local government. It's February 11th, which is a Tuesday. It's a webinar. I didn't know if you guys wanted us to attend that or not.
Maybe listen to it.
Okay. We figured we still keep doing stuff, but
Yeah.
we can, you know.
Because sometimes they have some really good ideas.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is carrying the load. It is for winter issues of tactical training and conditioning. This is for data. I'm not exactly sure because they don't go into a lot of detail. But from my understanding, I think it would have to do with like water and stuff and people, you know, them being out in this weather.
If there's a source of training that we need to take that we cover.
Okay. The next one would be, Arkansas Valley Conduit Monthly Report. I just wanted you guys to have this, so maybe they would give you more information about conduit. And I think there's some resources that if you want more information on that, it's on here, so you guys can look it up and see what it's about. I know a lot of towns aren't really interested in the conduit, but they might answer questions that somebody might have or revenue, so I'll just put that in there for you
It's
guys.
nice to stay informed and keep this because they will change their story. Before they get the real answer. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
GOCO newsletter, Great Outdoor Colorado. This is again, just the newsletter. There was some things in here that I didn't, there's like, I think for like seminars and stuff. I'm not really sure exactly all of it, because I didn't get a chance to look into each individual thing. But there are speakers and stuff, so I just thought I would give that to you guys in case if anybody wanted to.
Well,
If they have
you get back in the grant writing part of our world, they have some great grant writing workshops. Broken does. But it's kind of a waste right now to go until we can get everything straight. I messed with this all day today. I finally figured out what it is. 811 is where you call to locate. Instead of billing us each month, they're only billing us once a year.
Oh, that's nice.
So they'll take an average, like we had, say we had 45 calls last year. They'll average that out somehow. I don't know, they have a formula and they'll bill us for that. And then at the end of the year, they'll bill us if we have too many more, or they'll refund us if we didn't have that.
It's really nice because sometimes it only comes in for like $1 or something.
Yeah, it's
And
like
it's kind of-
$4. So instead of billing us $4 or $5 and wasting all that money, they're only getting calls once a year. Yeah. We'll all need to figure that out. It's been a long day.
The next one is a newsletter again, but it has stuff in there for webinar replay. This is the performance insights for your water system. So I didn't know if this is something that Robin Crystal, you might want them to view it. They also have a guide that I can download, but I didn't want to download all these without, you know, seeing if that's something you. There is something on here, one of the last pages, second to last, about transparency dashboard and stuff like that. To then keep our residents informed. So I just wanted to get that. If you want me to look into it, I can to see what that's all about. Colorado Rural Water Association. There's a bunch of webinars on here. We missed the first couple because they were January 30th, but there is, ones for maximum contaminant levels. That is on the 13th of February. There are some in-person trainings and they're all specifically marked out.
The confined safety, there's a source of training that they need to do. Is that one?
There should be starts with training children.
I'm pretty sure a lot of it, yeah.
But they have one.
The web trainings, they have it safe for you in house for it. Because water and wastewater safety review could look with Robin Crystal. And the cross connection control program will be good one too. If they do, that would be great. And it just adds to their, what they have, so.
Next one is revised monitoring schedule for PFAS, rule. Initial monitoring requirements. So I wanted to print this out just so we know. You know what that's gonna be. It looks like they have the PFAS, grant program. And stuff like that, so I didn't know if anybody wanted to check that out.
Gary, when was the last time we did the same? It's just there's a free training
Yes.
with this link, Rob and Crystal have to watch this. They have got to do this training.
Jesus is coming up. Couple weeks.
Yeah.
So I should be got after that. With no trouble.
So I'm gonna I put this to both of them to please do this online training.
Third Wednesday of every month. Third Wednesday of every
Oh, they need to do it.
Yeah, 0.3 training.
Training units. So I'll put that with this and we'll make.
Where is, not to change subject, but where is the app winning the water?
This water license.
I think nothing's been done.
Well, as far as I'm.
He has the books, right?
He has the
I'm
books.
assuming, yeah.
Has the long hunt.
Can you call and find out when testing is?
Well, part of the, or ironing, right here.
It's good. Mom? You will never.
All right, then, please call us, Oklahoma Tank and Tower. It didn't see where they came from. Do you? I think it was Oklahoma. Oh, yeah. Oklahoma.
They've been trying to do our tank out too. The same company.
Yeah, and Matt Motley, who. It's good to know.
We switched to McGuire.
McGuire.
McGuire's out of South Dakota.
No, no longer use Pittsburgh.
They're too expensive. Pittsburgh is charging us 27,000 and McGuire did it for 2,500. The very same thing.
Right.
I
So
know
it's $25,000.
this guy said that if you guys have any questions, that he had no problems talking with you guys about it.
We're ready for this. Did we just have?
So, we have to do our own inspection, like within the next couple weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And the year before the last,
before we have to have, physical state inspector. So,
But we've got a little bit of time.
yes, we can do it on this year, or next year, but we have to plumb the tower, take pictures of everything. And so, but technically, right now, we can still do our own for this year.
I know I did talk to Terry, because Gary said Terry normally does it for us. And he has the harness and everything, so he said he had no problems doing it again for us this year.
Okay.
All right, the next one is our 2025 annual budget filing.
I will call Mia Gonzalez.
Okay.
I will talk to her. Okay. Yes.
And then the last thing of that packet is the SURSA report that we got in. When the guy came in and just checked everything. There were quite a few things that we failed on. Accident.
No, how a loss of $60,000 of theft when they didn't pay us out and they never did an investigation, they never did anything. That's not correct. Just because we file,
Well, that's not correct. All of this other stuff is not.
Particular school district. Like the parks for kids, like, oh, that has to be inspected, even though we don't have
yeah,
anything to inspect.
Right, and that's one of the things we missed, we didn't expect our non-existent playground.
Yeah, just check it out.
We have a set of swing.
They have
And
to
then
be
they
checked
have to
monthly.
inspect it every year.
yeah.
Ours is
Also,
monthly,
It is monthly.
and we have to keep it in a book, who inspected it and sign it and stuff like that.
Years.
Years.
No, it was inspected last summer, because I done it myself, and replaced a couple swings, a piece of chain, and what, and, I doubt it's been done since, whatever.
But they will make you inspect. The fences and everything.
The fences and
everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, and we haven't done any training.
If you look on there, most of it's training that hasn't been done.
Yes, and we was doing that, but it just fell by the wayside.
Okay.
Then you earn so many points, if you get some rough over points, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, if you do all the trainings,
Yeah.
figure that out, right? Like, if you do all the trainings, they don't care.
If you get to that point, they'll leave you alone.
So we do need to set up a work system, a work order system for water. Now, trash you said was good,
Trash is put on the work order system.
so we need to
But
set up a system. I don't know.
Town. Public Works is what God is.
Kayla, you wanna set something up, or?
I mean, what I can do is make out a book. And them take it upon themselves to do it every month. I mean, that's their job. And I
Well,
should have
some of
something
this
to
stuff-
do.
Well, no, we
Like
shouldn't.
digging up a water line, have a people on the wall. We would fail as a witness that they would require.
Yeah.
There's still training that you could get online trainings from all of this stuff.
Mhm.
And say, come in, leave.
Yeah, and as long as you do the training,
Exactly.
cover it. That way if they get hurt, say they did the training, so.
It says we failed with building inspection.
They do. Did they,
Yeah.
what, this building
Our
or that building?
field, but here's the thing, they come and do it, say.
Yeah.
They would,
Uh-huh.
we failed. to do the-
I haven't got
Okay, so
There's also stuff they said we're going to have to send, they're gonna send us templates to
Yes,
add
and that's
to the
what we-
handbook.
No, one thing that they're big on is like SDS sheet.
And I know I should have. Part.
Do we have
Lockout,
a
tag out.
sheets there? We have a
No.
police,
Yeah, they're in the desk.
but they haven't been looked at,
So
If I need updated.
are they?
with my I'm sorry. Talking, sorry. With my login, I have access to see what trainings they have. So let me go through and find a training for each one of these that we failed. And then we'll figure out who has to have them and we'll make a list. And every month you have to do. There's, yeah, you have to, if you don't do your training, we will get written up.
Well, they
That's
want
what we used
everybody
to-
to get together to do it. They
And we
don't
can
wanna
do that.
Individually,
Yeah,
we
it
get
doesn't
together
matter.
together once a month, feed them lunch.
Film the tours Tuesday evening
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock.
We're doing this.
It says right here, we failed with SDS sheets. Are not accessible to the employees, failed for chemical safety. Lockout,
They don't have
tag out program.
DSDS.
And they have lockout tag.
I was gonna say, that was one of the first things we bought when we started as a council was lockout.
And there's some things on here like trenching and excavation.
And you know,
And we have to have a program developed and implemented. I mean, we don't do that a lot, but
More than you would imagine.
yeah. So I guess we have to do that because I've never heard of them doing that. Training at all. A lot of this stuff on here wasn't trainings that I've attended. In 23. And 24.
Oh, God.
Some of them.
A documented inspection and maintenance program for all streets and roads.
We have inspection.
Well, and we have, oh, no, we failed it. Never mind. I was gonna say, we passed it. No, we didn't. So,
Fire department.
Oh, yeah, that. Well, he did say that they can send a guy, like,
but they have, you guys have all of this training through the county. It should all, I've seen the spreadsheet. It's huge. And every firefighter is listed on there and every EMS person, and all of these are on, well,
the problem is most of those firefighters that are listed don't even show up for that meeting. So
well, they better show up or they're not gonna get charged. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I have seen the training. The trainings have to come from the county. I mean, we can source the training for you guys, but you have to have a training. So I'll start making a list.
I did make a copy of this list, for the firefighter, to give to Brandon. And like I said,
You showed up, didn't
he did, and, they did tell him that they would send somebody, not necessarily every month, but every so many months, every 3 months, something to do certain trainings. So then you guys have hands on, because if it's not, apparently we failed because we don't have a lot of hands on from an instructor. And they'll do it for nothing, so keep certified.
Oh my God. This is that we failed the annual structural firefighter training. We don't have training. We have the real crap here. We burn crap down just so we can train. Middle of the night. See how fast you get there. Just saying. No, it's not. It's not fun at all, especially when you're order meetings
that
outside.
starts at 7, you don't need to put 2 in the morning.
Did you go to Fowler to that fire the other night? Was it 3 in the morning? It's like, can we not have a fire at 6 in the afternoon when we're still up? Okay,
And then the last thing is,
wow.
the house at 111 Denver that you guys put out.
The
on
last
Christmas
training
Eve
you had.
in town here. He had a water bill. Now, we read the bills on the 24th of December. Then he had that fire. His water bill was $6,404 again. He is not doing so well. And I don't know that he'll be back in town. Again, so I didn't know because we used water was that Out of his?
No, we don't, we
I mean,
don't
how
run
does-
through the mayor.
Okay, then my question is, how did he go through 6,000 gallons in 1 month
It's still.
when he wasn't living there? So do we have a leak?
It's
well,
probably,
it probably does have a
yeah,
leak.
it's probably a leak
So
in
maybe
the
we should
building
send,
to turn it off.
yeah,
Yes.
On that.
I thought we turned it off that night. Jason called and said.
No, I was told Terry turned off that.
I think
Water?
so. I
Yes.
think they did,
Yes,
because they shut it
I would
off.
check the meter, because we had that
Check.
backhoe all over, he could have crushed it with the backhoe.
Oh, yeah,
they should just,
Yeah. and trucks and things falling and.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, shut that water off.
There should have been no nurse. So the question is, we're gonna make them pay the bill, is that the question?
yeah,
Well, the bill says it's problem.
okay.
Since it's below the minimum usage.
Well, it could
But
still keep
we-
adding up with the
Well,
water stuff.
we don't need to leave that. room.
Do we have a, I know we went through the ordinance, but do we have a grid fee? Because water still passes through the meter, even though it's not going to the house, it still passes through.
Well, we don't charge them if they use no water.
But we
But they
charge
still
them
have-
the fee.
Access.
Water assessment, sewer assessment, or facility maintenance. I think.
Yeah. That's true.
Wait a minute, let's back up here a little bit. Your water bill, regardless if you turn the faucet on or not, is at $24.06 a month.
That is not how
If
they
you
get-
use 1 gallon or you use 7,500 gallons, you pay that 24.06 regardless.
Right, 1 gallon, but if they don't use any gallons, they don't pay anything.
No, regardless. It's a set minimum. You've got 75,000 or 7,500 gallons a month to use for that 24.06. If you use 1 gallon or you use the 7,500 gallons, you're still gonna pay the 24.06.
I'm talking about.
But if,
zero gallon.
but if we shut it, if we shut it off,
There's several of them around.
Yeah.
Have been paying facility maintenance and assessment.
Yeah, not
Keep
water.
from having to pay to reinstall.
I can think of 5 accounts,
Off the top of my head.
because there's 2 accounts
Well,
that
good.
specifically use
That's
one
good.
customer.
That's what it
But
should be.
they're inactive. They're not.
there's no water.
The meter's just sitting there, so they pay.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Support,
So-
sit there and not be
Maintenance on
removed.
the
So
meter.
if we go over and shut his water off, that'll take care of that $24. It won't be on there anymore, correct?
Right. But he still.
From that point forward, until it gets reactivated.
Yeah, from that point forward. And we're going to take his dumpster, which Steve might already have.
You may, yeah. I'm
And
gonna
that'll
check it out.
take care of that, but he still will be charged the facility. fees.
The facility maintenance and the water assessment.
That's basically what it
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's right.
And then
But
the-
thinking that if you don't use a gallon of water, you don't get charged. Not unless that meter is inactive.
Right.
So we'll have his water shut off tomorrow. Stephen grab his dumpster if he hasn't already. And. Oh, I'm gonna have her do it. So. Do a record. And did you guys find anything out about the process?
No, they put in the thing and they said they'd get out to us, like,
Because the county will pay for the losses. Because the fire was in the city limits. If we were without the city limits. Okay. So moving along, I lost my agenda. What's next?
Clerk report, public works report.
We don't have any of those.
no, I don't think Bob gave anything.
But on that note, Chuck, come over, we went over three other case problems. Over. Well, still functioning, if you go out there, turn it on, running, start it up, you'll run, but over the top time. Kick it on, I think that. That's it. Yeah. It's probably gonna require an electrician, some. But. you know, So down on something that. One of them could.
I'm writing one of these out for Robin, one for Stephen, that at the first meeting of every month, I either want a written report or they have to be done. And all I need is just a paragraph, what they're doing, what their plan is for the month. If they need anything, of course, they need anything, they need to come in person. When we make Vicky and Kayla come. Is that all? You have anything? Cody? Ron? Eric?
I just have a question.
Hey,
What was the reasoning behind, changing the locks out at the well house?
you know,
And who
no,
authorized it?
I don't know. I didn't know about it until you called me. That's why I'm asking for a written report at the first of each meeting, first meeting of each month, or they need to come in person, so we can ask these kind of questions. Because I want to know too, why did we change it?
I know Rob was having issues with the one key that he had, but wouldn't it have been easier to get another key made and a lot cheaper than to go buy two brand new locks? A $3 key versus $20 or $30 for the locks? That's not saving any money.
How can you get a key done off a key that doesn't lock properly in the first place? So you'd have to call somebody to have them bring their key to get a copy of that key and then get their key. But I mean, then the lock should.
Well, we're going to start. Well, we pay for it.
But do you think once a month is reasonable with all the things that do go on to like every meeting, so then you guys aren't having a question now, but it can't be answered a month from now, or?
I think Stephen is, because Stephen stays pretty much in contact with the office of Gary.
I mean, if it's not you guys, he tells us and then he tells,
And
and it goes down the line.
but I'm getting. Nothing. Maybe it should be.
Oh, I did have something. When do you guys want to start? No, it's not summer, but if we don't get on it now, like you said earlier, Memorial Day comes along, comes quick. So do we want to start looking for people,
Oh, cemetery.
yeah, cemetery?
Our cemetery is in horrible shape. I was looking at it coming home today. The fences are completely covered with weeds. It's gonna take forever to haul it out there. And you know, we're gonna hear, we don't have time to do it. But we have got to get that cemetery cleaned up. Now, they start working over spring break.
We do have a couple applications that we're bringing.
For any position.
But it's came to authority.
Yeah.
It needs done. I myself have done it. Because. kind of do it. But where are we gonna come up with?
So let's think about that and decide next meeting when we want to start hiring, because I think we need to get on it.
What about, we don't, community service, we don't currently let people do community service, that could be something that they could do for community service.
Have to have somebody do it.
Um, Listen, if you do it now, then another month you're gonna have to do it again, because
Do it.
the rates aren't gonna blow in now. Let's give it a chance to get that all ready. Do that development plan. If we have to volunteer, all it's okay.
And it's something to start thinking about, because you know, it's only February. But by the time we realize it needs to be done, it's gonna be a holiday and everybody's gonna be scrambling. And it's a mess. It's a mess.
So we have the training to do it. But previous. Human park or. This was the time to do it before the seeds start generating.
Okay.
So if we wait till after they start coming up. So while we're at it.
Either words,
Yes.
do we have somebody that's qualified to do that, or do they need to be qualified to do that, right?
They do not have to have a card for that. We do need somebody to get the. I would just, look for the paperwork, find the copy of. Study for the application file.
What do we put on, we can't purchase?
I had someone call me today,
Some of the insecticide put on there. What do we put on that requires that license?
Our mosquito stuff would,
I thought that was,
if we don't use the malhound.
you don't have to have it for the minimum, you don't.
and I had someone call me today and ask if we could start talking about mosquito. Because with all the snow we've had and all of the puddles, I guess you could say,
Standing water.
standing water, thank you. We are gonna have mosquitoes this year. We were incredibly lucky last year. We didn't have more than we had. And with all of the tuberculosis and all that that's outbreaking that way, you know, people drive this way.
I know last year, during the summer, we had other, like, people in North Carolina calling because they didn't spray for mosquitoes and they were wondering if they could like hire us to come out and spray it. And I'm like, we don't have an applicator's license. So,
If we're gonna use our folder, it has to get inspected before we start doing it.
Who does it?
I can't remember their name, but I can get the full paper. It's in Pueblo. Ordway has theirs done every year, so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
get
we've
it
got-
done.
So that's on my top list for next meeting, is the weed spray at the tip of and the chemicals.
And I'll gather up the study material for it and run it.
Anybody have anything else? Mr.
I,
Roach,
I,
oh, I'm sorry, Eric, go ahead.
I'd like to back up a little bit and, this is for Cody. How much time did Rob tell you that it actually was taking him to fill up that roll off down there with the metal? How much time did he actually have involved in filling it up one time?
I don't know that one.
Okay, well, my thing is here, if we turn around and tell that guy to come and get that dumpster and it's empty, he's going to charge us for coming down here and getting it. So my suggestion would be at least have him fill it up one more time. And then we could tell him we don't need it no more if this other guy's gonna come and get the metal. Because I hate to see us throw money away to have him come and get it with it being empty and not getting anything out of it and having to pay to have it sit there for 2 months empty.
Yeah, that was the plan. That's what me and Gary were talking about, that it's empty now. We might as well just have him fill it up and then come and get it.
That would be a good plan because if you have him come and get it empty, he's gonna charge us for coming down here and taking it back. I can guarantee you. I'm surprised he hasn't charged us for it sitting there empty for as long as it's been there. Because he's lost money with that dumpster sitting there.
So I put on his paper here to fill up the dumpster one last time and then call to have it picked up.
Yeah, and tell him not to bring another one to refill.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Everybody's? Oh. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just trying to.
No public comment?
No public comment?
Here, we take our second.
Okay. All right, we're done.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.